The DeerRun A1 Pro is a compact and affordable treadmill that checks a lot of boxes for new walkers and runners and makes a great backup for rainy days when you can't hit the road or head to the trails. Welcome to TreadmillReviews.com. I'm Kaylee and today I have the DeerRun A1 Pro. It's a tiny running treadmill, and yes, I said running treadmill. This thing can go 10 miles per hour and I have a lot of thoughts about that. It also folds up to a compact size and is listed at an incredibly affordable price. We also see it go on sale frequently for even less. Speaking of which, we are affiliates with DeerRun, so if you want to buy this treadmill, you can use our link to support us. We earn a commission and it will not increase the cost of the treadmill for you. We would also appreciate it if you gave this video a like and subscribe to our channel to see more reviews like this one. Now let's get back to the DeerRun. So we're talking about a treadmill for less than $500. First off, what a great price, especially when it's on sale for even more. Second, you can't expect to get the same experience as a treadmill that costs 5 or even 10 times more. Still, I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the A1 Pro. It comes in a lot of different colors, which is nice. It has a steel frame, though there are some plastic components. It's not as heavy duty as most running treadmills, of course, but that's what keeps it light and easy to move around. I mean, it's only 86 pounds and it has transport wheels so you can roll it around very easily. Unfolded, it's 54.1 inches long by 24.1 inches wide and 42.3 inches tall. Then when you fold it down, it's only about 8 inches tall, which is very minimal. You could even stick it under a bed or other furniture. It can store upright too, so shove it in a large closet even. The one downside to this folding mechanism is how long it takes to unfold and fold this thing. It requires an Allen wrench, so you have to adjust a bolt on either side of the treadmill deck to bring the uprights up and down. It's a bit more involved than what I prefer for everyday use. Surprisingly, this treadmill has a 350-pound weight capacity. That's really impressive for a treadmill this size, but I have to admit that it is overall better for more petite users due to its small size. I'm only 5'4", but I have to pay attention to how I'm stepping to stay centered on the deck. Moving on to the motor. It's a 3-horsepower motor, and that's just what we want to see for a running treadmill. Of course, horsepower doesn't tell you everything you need to know about a motor's capabilities, but it does bode well for the treadmill's durability compared to others in this price range. The maximum speed is 10 miles per hour, which is pretty crazy for a treadmill this small. I recommend going slower, but it's nice to have the option to go fast. But the reason I recommend slower running is because the running deck is only 16.5 inches wide and 44 inches long. A typical running treadmill is 20 inches wide by 60 inches long, so quite a big difference there, and you have to pay attention to how long your strides are and to keep centered on the treadmill deck. Most of you are probably going to be better off running at 7.5 miles per hour or even slower. I do really like the low step-up height on this treadmill. It's 4.5 inches, and the foot rails are also a decent size, making it easy to step up and down from the deck. Now, this treadmill also has an incline feature. It's a manual incline treadmill, so you have to lift the treadmill up and fold out the incline frame. It's pretty sturdy when inclined, and you get a nice grade of about 6%. Since it's manual, the treadmill does have to be off when you're adjusting the incline, so it's not the most practical for hill intervals. But if you want to walk at an incline for 30 minutes or so, this would be a good option. Let's look at all the console features though to see what else the A1 Pro has to offer. Okay, so like most treadmills in this price range, the console is pretty simple. Nothing flashy like a touchscreen, but the digital display shows just about everything you need. It's got your time, speed, distance, and calories. I wish it showed your steps too, but that's the only other thing it could use. You get a safety key, which is a good idea if you want to go fast on this treadmill. Clip it onto your clothing. As for storage, you get 2 cup holders and a tablet rack. The cup holders are pretty small, but would fit a bottle the size of a standard 16-ounce disposable water bottle, for instance. The tablet rack is probably better for just phones, but if you're walking, you might be able to use a larger device. The A1 Pro is actually Bluetooth, so you can pair it to the PitPat app. This app has tons of virtual training options, from video workouts to virtual runs, kind of like Zwift. You have an avatar and you can earn coins to upgrade the avatar. There are also events you can pay to enter for the chance of winning more money. This app is entirely optional and it has both free and paid options. You can subscribe for $10 per month if you want. However, you could just use the treadmill as is without the app, so don't feel pressured. It's just a cool addition with gamified content if you like that sort of thing. All right, so now I'm going to walk and run a bit on the DeerRun A1 Pro. Let's get it started. So it does beep as it starts up. If you could hear that, there isn't a way to turn it off, unfortunately. Let's go up to 3 miles per hour. And then it'll also beep when you adjust the speed. So one thing you might be able to notice is that this console is pretty low. I'm only 5'4", so it's not bad for me, but if you're a taller user, it can feel a little bit awkward. All right, so for walking, I think it's pretty fine. You do have these treadmill arms, which kind of help keep you centered on the belt, so I don't notice that narrower width as much. Well, let's go up to a jog. I've got this quick adjust button for 6 miles per hour, so we'll go there. All right, so at this speed, it feels still pretty comfortable. I don't think it'll be comfortable for everyone, especially just depending on your stride length, but it's okay. Now, if we go up even faster, all right, this is gonna be the top speed. All right, so that's 10 miles per hour. All right, so as this comes down, I have to say, feels a little uncomfortable at 10 miles per hour. I normally don't run with that short of a stride at that speed, so you have to be a lot more mindful. So I wouldn't recommend that for everyone, but some of you may be able to do it. All right, so now let's take a look at the manual incline. Okay, so the belt is off, and I'm gonna have to lift up the treadmill. And then there are 2 pins under here that I'm having to adjust. All right, so I've got that set up. Now I can start the treadmill up again. All right, so now I'm at about a 6% incline. I measured it a little bit closer to 5%, but somewhere in that range. It's nice for adding a little bit more intensity to your walk or to your jog without having to increase your speed so much. It feels pretty good. Even if I go up to a faster speed, it still feels pretty stable. I'm actually really impressed with how small this treadmill is and that it can feel so stable while at an incline, especially a manual incline like that. The DeerRun A1 Pro is ideal for a walker or runner just starting out and on a really tight budget. Or maybe you like training outside but need a backup. It's very compact even when unfolded, which is nice since the folding mechanism can be a little difficult to work with. But it stores flat or upright, so you can stash this treadmill almost anywhere. Whether you train with the PitPat app or decide to just train manually, the A1 Pro can do it. It has a 10 mile per hour max speed, but be careful of the smaller running deck. The incline mechanism is manual and can elevate the treadmill from flat to about 6%. Those are my highlights of the A1 Pro, and if you still need more information, be sure to check out my written review. It's linked in the description along with a link to the A1 Pro's product page. I'm Kaylee from treadmillreviews.com, and thanks again for watching.